Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharon and I'm super excited to have you guys here again today. So today I am going to be hooking you guys up with some really cool free resources that you can use for your next design project. I have split this up into 5 different categories, and then each category will have 2 resources underneath it. So the first category will be inspiration, next will be typography, third will be colors, fourth will be mockups, and then the fifth would be illustration. I've also included timestamps in the description box below, so you can check and then skip to whatever category interests you the most. Of course, if this sounds like something that you are interested in and you want to see more content like this, please do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most especially to subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, let's get into this. So the first resource under inspiration is bookmarks.design. Now this is really a complete game changer for me, and really it has essentially all you need. It's an all-in-one center for all things design. So personally for me, when I come in here, if I'm looking for inspiration, all I have to do is to come to this left-hand side and click design inspiration and check any of these links depending on what I'm looking for. For example, Onyinye has really great landing page design. So if I'm looking to design a landing page, I can check here and then get inspired from it. Now, of course, if you continue checking the left-hand side, you will see links to some pretty useful things. So free UI resources, design systems, free icons, free illustrations, and so many more. So this is definitely one to check. It has so many useful things. Now the second resource under inspiration is mobin.design. Now this is pretty awesome for mobile design. So if you're working on a mobile project, this is definitely a website that you should check out. Now how it works is that it categorizes its inspirations according to different UI patterns. So when you come here, you see apps or you have patterns. So you can filter according to apps and just look at what some really cool applications are doing, or you can break it down to patterns. Then when you come here and say filter by patterns, then you can come here and then you see different patterns that you can check through. So calendars, date and time, events, empty states. Let's check empty states just to see how it works. And then you can see so many different examples from live applications that you can draw inspiration from. So as opposed to checking through, say, Dribbble, which is also pretty cool, you can see real life applications where these patterns are being used, and that will definitely inspire you for whatever projects you are working on next. So moving on to category number 2, which is typography, our first resource here is Typescale. So if you've ever worked with design systems before or style guides, you'll know that it's really helpful to have a properly scaled typography. Now this does most of the work for you. So all you have to do is choose your base size, your scale, choose the font, weight, and you can put in whatever preview text you want in here. So you don't necessarily have to use whatever font it is that you put in here, but you can just use this as a scale. So you can then copy the pixel size here and then use it for whatever projects you are working on. Now our second free resource under typography is Font Squirrel. Now I know quite a lot of people have issues with downloading actually free fonts. So free fonts that you can use commercially without worrying about being sued or copyright issues and things like that. So this particular website has a lot of pretty cool free fonts that you can use. And of course you can check according to the categories and the kind of fonts that you are looking for. So I personally come here to download a bunch of really cool fonts. And of course you can do same. You don't have to worry about credits and copywriting and things like that, because every single font here is legitimately free for commercial use and for really whatever it is that you want to use it for. So our next category is colors, and our first resource under that is Muesli Colors. Now, of course, if you're a designer, you should know Muesli by InVision. Pretty cool place for inspiration for really great articles, and if you're not subscribed to them, you probably should be. So this is a really great color palette generator. So for example, I can come here and click one of these colors, and then I can see some recommended color palettes, and then I can also see how it would look like if it was being used in a live project. So you just hover each one, and then you can see the colors changing, and then you can decide which one works best for you. Now, of course, you can also change individual colors manually to fit what exactly it is that you would want. Now, our second resource under colors is colors.co. So this is a really cool resource if you're looking to generate palettes. So you just come here and click start the generator. You can choose your base color. So if I want this, and I can lock this, and then all I have to do is press spacebar, and then it shows different color combinations. So you can lock whichever ones that you would like to maintain, and then shuffle, and then it keeps on showing you the next best colors that would go with the two that you have chosen. Now you can also unlock, and then that one changes, and then this one can stay the same. Now you can export, you can save, and you can also screenshot this if you would want, if that works best for you. So this is a pretty cool website when you're trying to generate colors for your next project. So our next category is mockups. Now under mockups, this is our first resource, which is Mock You Phone. It's kind of a funny name, but I really used this a lot when I was just getting started and before I started kind of working with a bit more custom mockups in Figma. Now how this works is that you can just look through the available mockups that you want. So say for example, I want this Nexus. And so I click here, and then I upload a file that is within the recommended size. Click this and then uploads, and then you would see the graphic right in here. So it does have a lot of different varying devices. So you can search by iOS. So I click here if I wanted to see Android, if I wanted to go to Windows phones, laptops, and so on and so forth. So guys, our second resource under mockups is cleanmock.com. Now this was created by a really cool designer, Johnny Vino. If you don't follow him on Dribble, you probably should. His designs are pretty awesome. So how it works really, let's use a sample image, is that you can upload your screenshots of your whatever it is that you're working on that you want to present. It has different categories, so you can go under web, Apple, Android. For the purpose of this example, we're just going to stay within Apple and look at the iPhone mockups. Now it does have a free and a premium version, but for the free version you can also get some pretty cool mockups out of it. So these two, for example, are free. Then for the iPhone 8, I believe these are free too. So this is definitely one resource that I personally use a lot, and so you should definitely feel free to use this to present your next design. So our next category is illustrations, and our first resource under illustrations is drawkit.io. Now this is such a great library for free illustrations if you're looking for something a bit less common than what you would normally find everywhere else. So for example, we can check this classic illustration library. And then you can just see all of this really great stuff that's just available here. Now, these are actually completely free. They include both the SVG and the PNG versions. So you can feel free to edit and manipulate as you would like. It also has different categories, so you can break it down. Let's say, for example, design and art, and then you can see all these really great designs right here. The library is not extremely robust, but I mean, for something that is free, I would really try to take advantage of this. So our second resource under illustration is blush.design by Pablo Stanley, who is definitely one of my favorite designers ever. So it mostly works with a plugin. So if you have Figma, you can just use the Figma plugin to get this. Now it does have a free version and a premium version, but I do think you can get a lot of value from the free version as well. So if I go to create random, I can essentially edit this random illustration. Now, unfortunately for the free version, I can only download like a small PNG, But if you know your way around these things, I'm sure you can edit it in a way that it could be fairly useful for at least a personal project that you are working on. And I would say it's definitely worth the premium, so you can also consider paying for that as well.
So I really hope this was helpful for you guys, and if it was, please do not forget to like, to share, comment, and to subscribe to my channel. You can also put on the post notifications so you can be notified whenever I post new content. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you guys next time.